So I really like the simplistic graphics approach. It was really clear what to do. And I'm going to give you some feedback that I'll probably give to 70% of the people here. Way too hard.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't know what to do, and that's why it's hard, or that makes it a little bit harder. In this case, I knew exactly what to do, but I couldn't pull it off. So I wonder if by fast-paced you mean like difficult.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get to the end of the first level. I got stuck after the first jump on the red platform.
Sorry.
Which is fine, right? But you probably want a gentler ramp up. Like the rule of thumb, there's a million ways to say this, is you want a gentle ramp to mastery. You know, anyone can pick up your game, figure out how to play, and as you slowly move forward, you get better and better, and by the time you're at the end, you've mastered all the mechanics. So I don't think you had too many mechanics. I think you just made it a little bit too hard. It's probably a simpler level to start people off with. Even the tutorial was kind of hard. Even the developer was falling constantly, right? So like, just make it like dead easy, and remember, for your whole career, you will know your game so well. It'll always be easy to you. It'll seem painfully easy. You're probably getting close to where it's maybe approachable for someone who's picking it up for the first time, and that's where people decide whether they like it or not.
Kevin covered a lot of what I was going to say about the difficulty. Like, agree. It was really straightforward how to play. Barely got through the tutorial, could not progress in the first level at all. So I didn't even know you guys had a checkpoint system when you fall down, which is great because a lot of the games we played this year didn't have checkpoints and were platformers, and then it was like, start over. Oh boy. My main piece of feedback was like, it was thin on like tying the theme together. Like you said that you're changing a mask and that's changing your view of the world. And it kind of makes sense, but like it didn't really feel representative in the game. Like there wasn't a UI element that would even show you a mask was changing. There was no like screen effect that was changing. I would have liked to see a little bit more of that kind of tied together.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing really to add to what they said other than like yours is one of the, I was trying to play these through in order, and so I had critiques about your checkpoint system. As I played more games that had no checkpoint system, I was like, gosh, dang, it was great that they had a checkpoint system. The big one was like, take away the amount of times I just kept running off an edge after checkpointing because there was no like delay, just that moment to catch your breath, but it's pretty minor, and yeah, I don't think, it was unforgiving was I think the biggest thing I had for was like the controls are unforgiving. It's hard to make the grapple shots and get through, and just little things. But generally speaking, like concept, I think you called this out, is way better in a situation like this to focus on a smaller, better experience than a bigger, shallower experience.
Agreed with what those kind of said down below. I just wanted to maybe kind of add some more elaboration with the difficulty. I think for me, the difficulty was also just in the controls. So like switching things while moving was very difficult for me, and I think some of that was the button placement and things like that. So when we're talking about difficulty, there is like the skill ramp, which is what Kevin was talking about, but then there's also the physical affordance of like how hard are these things to just pull off. So with a game like this, like there's a really solid idea. This is something you would want to play test, like figure out what the controls are for this. Some of this, I think, if you had spaced some of your level elements out a little bit more and like maybe had your fall not quite so quick, like, you could still keep that pace, but like have it be a little bit easier to get that skill up, so.
All that. I also love that there's a big variety of like movement in this, and a lot of the different ways of moving your character around is really appealing. When I'm doing something that requires precision and movement, I really want to make sure I can predict where my character is going to be, and I felt sometimes that wasn't always clear in this, because there's a little bit of slide. And so when I'm sliding and I'm trying to get on that platform and I can't quite predict where I'm going, that can be really frustrating. But yeah, I think that the concept of this is really interesting, and I think if it was continued to build upon, like it'd be really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.